first crush. I'm Emma, and like most girls, I never forgot the first time I had a real, honest-to-heart crush. You know, that kind of feeling that makes your hands sweat, your heart race, and your brain forget how to form a sentence when he walks by. It all started when I was 16, during the final term of 11th grade. Everything felt normal. Then school was predictable, my friends were the same, and my life followed a straight line. Until one Monday morning, that line curved. His name was Aryan. He walked into our classroom, looking a little unsure, carrying a bag that seemed too big for him, and a shy smile that didn't reach his eyes. He had this messy, just rolled out of bed hair, a silver watch too large for his wrist, and the calmest expression I'd ever seen on someone my age. While everyone whispered and turned their heads to get a better look, I just stared. He sat one row ahead of me, just a little to the left, close enough for me to study the way his fingers tapped on the desk when he was bored, or how he nodded gently when the teacher explained something. Every tiny detail became something special to me. At first, he was just the new guy, but very quickly, he became the only guy I thought about. I noticed he always carried a plain black notebook with him during class. While others doodled random shapes, Aryan filled his notebook with art. He had a gift. He could draw hands, eyes, animals, anything, with such emotion that even a pencil sketch felt alive. I once caught him sketching a bird in flight during history class, and I swear I forgot. We had a test the next day. One afternoon, I saw something that made my breath catch. I had dropped my pen, and as I bent to pick it up, my eyes glanced at his open sketchbook. He had drawn me. Well, not just me, but clearly me, my side profile. The same long braid I always wore, my chin resting on my hand, like I usually did in class. I stared for a second too long, and then he closed the book before I could say anything. He didn't mention it, neither did I, but that sketch changed something. Soon, we started talking. It began with little things, asking for an extra notebook page, helping each other solve equations. Then came the shared jokes, conversations during breaks, and walking together after school. One rainy day, we stood under a tree outside the gate, waiting for the rain to stop. He looked at me and asked, "Do you like the rain or hate it?" I said, "I like it. It hides my awkwardness." He smiled, and I swear for that moment, the world stopped raining just around us. We started listening to songs together on his phone. He introduced me to soft songs, those old romantic ones with meaningful lyrics. There was one song in particular, slow and soft, about unspoken feelings and missed chances. That became our song. I didn't tell him that, of course, but every time I hear it even now, my mind goes right back to that monsoon day, to his warm voice humming along beside me. Every night, I wrote about him in my diary, silly things like the way his eyes squinted when he smiled, or how he said my name differently, like it mattered. I created a world in my head where we were more than friends, where he held my hand and told me everything I had ever wanted to hear. But as stories go, not everything turns out the way you imagine. A month later, Aryan started talking more to Mia, the girl everyone liked. She was bold, beautiful, confident in a way I never knew how to be. She had perfect hair, perfect handwriting, and the kind of laugh that made boys lean in closer. I watched from a distance as they grew closer. First came the shared books, then the inside jokes, and soon the lunch breaks spent together. I told myself it didn't matter, that maybe I had imagined everything between us, but it did matter. Every day it hurt a little more. One day during art class, I saw Aryan sketching again. I leaned a little, hoping to see another drawing of me, maybe something that said I still mattered. But it wasn't me. It was her, Mia. Her hair, her smile, even the charm bracelet she always wore. That's when I knew my silent story had reached its ending, and no one even noticed. I never confessed, not once, not because I was scared of rejection, but because I was scared of losing even the little we had. I chose silence over heartbreak, though heartbreak came anyway. I remember the last time we walked home together. It was casual, like nothing had changed, but everything had. I smiled, talked about school, and laughed at his joke. Inside, though, I felt like I was saying goodbye to something I never even had the courage to hold on to. Over time, things moved on. Aryan and Mia became a thing, at least for a while. Then life happened. Exams came, people drifted. He eventually changed schools in 12th grade. We never said goodbye properly. He just faded out of my life, like the last lines of a song you didn't want to end. And yet, to this day, when I walk down a street after the rain or hear that one song playing somewhere, I remember, not with pain, but with warmth. Because first crushes aren't about happy endings, they're about beginnings. The beginning of learning what your heart can feel. The beginning of late night thoughts and butterflies and hope. The beginning of silent wishes and daydreams that teach you what it means to care for someone deeply, quietly, beautifully. I'm Emma, and Aryan will always be the boy who made me believe in unspoken connections, even if he never knew, even if it never became love. He was my first crush, and that, I think, is a story worth remembering. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe our channel.